really important reminder for you, but don't take it from me.
You can ride to school for free on any PTSD bus.
That's right. In light of the back-to-school season, PTSD wants to remind you that children in full school uniform can ride for free.
And riding the bus is not only affordable, it teaches me to be respectful and responsible. Good morning, driver.
So parents, avoid the extra transportation cost and use the bus to move our children forward.
All right, so good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn. It is Tuesday morning. That's right, Tuesday morning. And that message there by the PTSD, all remember that, eh? Children in full school uniform. The bus is there for free. All right? Take advantage of it. Anything that is FREE, take advantage of it. All right? Because I tell you what, Chris, what the traffic was like this morning? Was clear? Or you leave home 4:30? And yesterday morning? Or it was digging up the road by sea-lots. But why did they digging up the road by sea-lots on the opening day of school? That don't make no sense. That's what they were talking about on radio yesterday morning. I heard, when I left here, I was listening to Slam. I was listening to Blaze and people was calling, talking about this road work that was going on. But I didn't listen to it long enough to find out where the road work was going on. Somebody called me and say, boy, they do the work in the morning, they do the work in the evening. I think it was WASA. It was WASA. And they were saying, well, you know, you can't really, when it comes to a leak, you can't really predict when a leak will happen. So when it happens, that'll be fixed. So it's good to know that they're out there and they're being efficient and they're responding quickly to these leaks and whatever the case might be. But the first day of school, by sea-lots, to turn that three lane into a 2 lane? Into a 1 lane? Wow. Yeah, boy, oh, God. Anyway. All right, so I'll tell you what. Newsday this morning, front page of the Newsday, PTA head says school safety should be prioritized, and CPOS says, or asking the question, where are our cops? All right, I'm going to see what that's about, because the Commissioner of Police and Junior Benjamin were out in the schools yesterday touring. While there is some controversy over stationing police officers at schools for the new academic year, parents at one school in Port of Spain were disappointed when cops were marked absent during roll call on September 8th, and that is Southeast Secondary, Port of Spain, which has had its challenges with gang violence around the school, and some incidents of school violence started a new term with no officers on the compound. That was actually one of the schools I was talking about yesterday, where I know students has had to hide under the desk and duck when gunshot back in outside. It's Southeast. So I don't know why there weren't any police there, but I think in one of the videos here with the commissioner, either the commissioner or Junior Benjamin visiting schools, I think Junior Benjamin went to Success Lavanty, and the commissioner was down south in some of the south schools, and I think Junior Benjamin handled the north. So I think in one of those clips, they did ask about Southeast, and you'll get that response. Cops warn parents, keep your children in check. It's about time, right? Commissioner of Police unclear if washed up bodies linked to U.S. strike. Venezuela deploys 25,000 troops and strengthens Caribbean presence. PM and U.S. Deputy Secretary reaffirm ties. US $50,000 in imitation Nike, Air Jordan, and Puma to be destroyed. Judge warns importers, too cheap to be genuine. A High Court judge has warned importers to exercise due diligence when purchasing purported high-end merchandise for resale on the local market. Justice Frank C. Prasad issued the caution after U.S. sportswear giants Nike Innovate CV and Puma SC succeeded in their claim against a local clothing business over thousands of seized counterfeit Nike, Air Jordan, and Puma slippers and sneakers. And the counterfeit merchandise will now be destroyed. This is interesting. Wow. I had to take a read in this. I really do. Because let me tell you something, It's a man that's bringing imitation, and the imitation is so good. They just wrap it in plastic, put it on a shelf, and tell it's original, And if you don't know the difference, or what you're looking for, you will end up paying $1,200 to $1,500 or even more for imitation, I don't read that and see. State to pay Wallafield woman for wrongful arrest and malicious prosecution. And you know, as you go along, right? As you go along in life, like when in my younger days, boy fellas, we used to run down Nike and Adidas and all the top brands. Right? Puma, I always love my suede Puma. I have one right now, the suede Puma, the white and black. I always like that. When I went to Miami last year, Hayden took me to the Puma store. I saw it. It was like I was in love, like I fall back in love again with sneakers. I had to buy one, but it was like 38 US. But if you had to buy that original down here, they go charge you about nearly $1,000, But anyway, as you get older now, boy, you know what's a big brand nowadays too? Avia. All you know about Avia? Boy, Avia was a bad brand, boy, Avia. Sneakers. No, I didn't go to school with that Avia. A schoolmate of ours in St. George's College named Jerry. Jerry had the sweetest, baddest ever Avia you ever see. And well, they rob him and take his sneakers. But it was, no, yeah. Walking over there, they rob him and they take his Avia. But nevertheless, big up Jerry. But yeah, we had some top brands in our day. But you know, as you get older, you don't really study brands. Serious, As you get older, like me, I just study Adidas and Nike and thing again, Right now, I ain't a Skechers. You dig? But I walk with the wrong Skechers in New York. I walk with our Skechers for hiking. That's why my foot must hurt me so much. Anyway, some of the other headlines in the paper, Padarat wants report on work resulting in massive traffic. Gonzalez says to fire incompetent WASA execs. Why Gonzalez commenting on that? Why does his comment even matter? He is no longer the Minister of Public Utilities. Former Public Utilities Minister and Opposition MP Marvin Gonzalez has called for the removal of the Water and Sewage Authority CEO and his communication manager after emergency repairs to a leak on the morning of September 8th, the first day of school, caused heavy traffic and frustration to many commuters. Okay, Gonzalez, in the first paragraph here, right? They mention that it was emergency repairs. Emergency is the key word, Gonzalez. Go learn it. Now, we might not agree with the time of day that the emergency repairs had to take place, but emergency repairs, there is no right time of day to do emergency repairs on anything. You understand? And I think that's the point Blaze and them was making yesterday on the radio, you know, to the callers that called in. I think a guy called in and one of the callers called in and said, you know, no matter what time of day you're going to end up in traffic and we're doing road repairs. But it being the first day of school, it was probably kind of, you know, people might have been frustrated. But it's emergency repairs. So, and why is Gonzalez talking? You are not the Minister of Public Utilities. Padarat is asking for a report on it. Right. Let Padarat deal with that. He's the minister. All in fine, sir? I don't even know why that's in the papers. What else we have? Vandal strike at WASA's facility, disrupting service in Pinal. Police charge couple for Port of Spain City Corporation salary fraud. Papayo. Nelson and AG appeal $96 million indemnity agreement ruling. That is the indemnity. Oh God, Lord. I enabled with that this morning. I enabled with that this morning. Right, the indemnity. Al-Rabi grant demand indemnity instead of immunity. The greatest. All right. And THA denies boys and girls using the same bathroom. Persistent stench closes Mason Hall Primary. Okay. Put on that for the over. All right, we'll get back into the issue that we come to talk about this morning. But we got some things before we go to the break. So as we go to the break, Seth Wiles Holistic Health Clinic. I want to remind you about that. Seth will be on later on this morning. And this is powered by nutritional therapy. Don't manage those diseases, people, when you could reverse them naturally. And they specialize in reversing from cancer, hypertension, digestive disorders, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and more. It's drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. And you can book your appointment today and start rebuilding your health from the inside out naturally. You can call or WhatsApp Seth on 279-3935 or 761-1952. So make that call today, get in touch with Seth, and get started. All right? Also, I want to remind you about Keolic. So we have the Keolic range of products. It's backed by science, and it has over 900 scientific research and clinical trials. Now, it's made from the aged garlic extract, and we have several products in the Keolic range that we want you to try. And, of course, each product, you know, is based on, you know, what you require. So you have the Keolic Cleanse and Digestion. You have the Keolic Blood Pressure Health, Cholesterol Health. You have the Total Heart Health, and you have the Circulation Health. All right, you also have the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keodophlus Probiotics. So, you could pick up any one of these products in the Keolic range by visiting a pharmacy or a health store across the country. And for more information, you can WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. With that, we take a break. When we come back, we will get into the order of the day. Stay tuned. Breaking On will be back after this.
This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor. Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad. Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago. Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody say it.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Downer's Educational Institute is the top private school in Trinidad and Tobago with 35 years experience and tremendous student success. One of the most trusted education providers in the industry. Downer's offers full-time day school classes for forms 1 to 5 and evening classes for primary level standards 2 to 5, secondary level forms 1 to 5, and also classes for adults and repeaters. For CSEC, Downer's covers the business subjects and is one of the few private schools that offer the science subjects, physics, chemistry, and biology as well. Online classes are currently being offered in all areas. However, Downer's Educational is flexible and will adjust as the situation changes to offer both online and in-person schooling. They also offer affordable pricing and flexible payment plans. Downer's Educational, located at number 92 Charlotte Street, Port of Spain. Call 627-9491 or WhatsApp 737-8006 and 471-0477. Visit their website, downerseducationalinstitute.com. Email downersedu@gmail.com or find them on Facebook at Downers Educational Institute. Downers Educational, offering success through quality education.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
you know.
What going on? Are you looking stressed out?
Why if you need no real pressure right now, trying to register for my associate degree? It's real expensive, plus I have no maths. I didn't pass maths. Real pressure. You know what to do right here. Are you looking happy, so?
But I must be happy. I get all my subjects, plus I get one in law. So I looking to go and register to do my law degree right now.
Serious?
But why you didn't do Form 6 like me? In LS, it's free, plus your parents could save money for your university as well. And you could even do your maths at the same time.
I could do over my maths?
I'm telling you. Let me go now and register.
I have to go and sign up for it.
But you sticking, you should have come here a long time, you know.
Right? I'm so glad you tell me about this. I really thankful. Like,
we offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
All right, so we're back. And as we return 24 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock this morning, I want to get straight to it. So the Commissioner of Police and Junior Benjamin did visit some schools yesterday, and we take it to that.
Walk with the Commissioner.
Morning, children.
Impact environment. Well, I hope you do. Thank you very much.
The problems you have the officers already posted, the guidance, the
safety officer. Yes.
Inspector and Santana and Mr. Moore.
Yes. I'm fine. Sir. Long time no see. All right, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Tell us about what is the tour on for today. The importance of police presence in schools.
Well, ma'am, if you can recall, on the day of my inauguration, I would have made a particular statement that if the parents cannot control their children, the TTPS will confine them. It's not far off in that we now have police officers in schools ready to respond to those immediate threats to our children who seek to have that higher educational learning. So just a further warning to the parents out there, keep your children in check. The well-behaved children who are here for that particular purpose of getting an education have no reason to fear from my officers. It's those errant ones who want to bring disruption to the education facility and the system. Those are the ones that we'll have to fear.
Tell us a little bit about the system that will be put in place. We see 2 officers were stationed here today.
Yes, ma'am. 2 officers are stationed here today, and they'll be here for the duration of the school day.
Right, and what will be their interaction with staff, students?
All right, so the interaction with students shall be minimal. All right, they are not here to take over or be a part of the education system. They are part of the law enforcement initiative that will then be monitored and evaluated to see how we can tweak it.
And as incidents arise, what will be the system in place?
If incidents, let's not say when, if incidents should arise, the police will first serve as a response to treat with that immediate threat. And then when that is over, we'll know what investigative methodologies that need to be applied. And if anything, a person to be charged, there are particular processes to be adopted because we are dealing with children. We have the Children's Charges rules and particular scenarios within different legislations that would come into effect. Okay, ma'am? So I need to go to the second school. If you want further, you need to follow me. If not...
Now, I noticed you had 2 officers, a male and a female. Is that is a trend, or is just one officer that we told was 1 officer? We see 2 here this morning, and a male and a female.
So the ideal scenario would be to have 2 officers, at least 1 male, 1 female, especially in co-ed schools, so that we'll have someone to treat with it. In the event that we do not have 2 officers of the same sex, that is where we would rely on the staff so that we can call upon them to assist with scenarios where we have that need for someone of the opposite sex. All right? So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen of the media. I'm going to the secondary school.
Yeah, you see this little area in the back, if you want to call it, there's identified hotspots. Yeah, so they will come in the back here, light up their little cigarettes and what have you. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I say.
Are you sending any police officers in schools armed today?
Well, again, we're in the teaching process, so it's very early in the game. We do have at least 1 or 2 schools that we might face in that category at the same time. But right now, we are going to be ensuring that we sit down and look at the schools and to make that decision when I go back. But we certainly have at least 1 or 2 schools.
You can tell me which one or 2 schools? Is Success one of those schools?
I don't want to throw out that as yet, but I'm certain that the areas and would be one of the things that we look at to determine whether or not we would have officers with firearms in the schools. And again, the purpose is really to support, to ensure that if anything happens in the area, that the students, teachers, visitors, they are all safe. It is really a defensive mechanism and not an intimidation.
All right. Well, we noticed we went to Southeast Secondary. We noticed we could walk. We noticed that that there were no police officers stationed there, and that was a particularly high-risk school. So, could you give me an understanding as to why?
So we're working on that, and keep remembering that it's based on a roster that was given to us by the Ministry of Education. First 50 schools are going to have police officers, and the next 10 schools, which is 16 all. So from 51 to 60, we would have regular visit by the police. So even though they're not police officers there, you're going to see a regular, at least turnover of police officers' presence there as well. Right?
All right, and how would we be able to get access to the names of the schools that actually have these?
That was something the Ministry of Education would have to do.
Yeah. All right. Okay then. Thank you very much.
All right, so that's the Commissioner of Police and of course Junior Benjamin there visiting some of the schools yesterday. I think it's good for the police commissioner himself and other high-ranking officers did visit the schools. As it relates to Southeast Port of Spain, they said that where it was based on a roster that was given to them by the Ministry of Education. I do not know why Southeast Port of Spain would not be on the roster for police to actually be present at the school. But they did say where they weren't officers at the school, what they would see is a regular turnover of police patrols in the area. All right? One of the problems that people created in this country, and maybe the TTPS to an extent too, is that, and this is why this is a good visit yesterday, I think that the school children ought to familiarize themselves with the police. All right? Because for years, all this thing with the police would have gone in the school and all kind of thing. For years, that's the only reason that there's that conversation is because they're training all the children to afraid the police. To an extent. Right? The police apparently is a bad man, is a bad guy. Right? When it's the other way around, right? So if anything, children should have no fear of the police and the police should be approachable, right? So, inclusive of that, with all of the school violence and everything else that's going on, like this teacher here or the principal of the school, was explaining to the commissioner of police that he was pointing in a particular direction. He said, you know, they would go behind there and smoke the little cigarette and thing. You go into school to smoke cigarette, something be wrong with you. You dig where I'm coming from? But I mean, we have all gone down that road. Right? When you're young, you just experiment with all kind of things. Might smoke a little cigarette, you might pull a little marijuana, wherever. You might be influenced into these things very easily, right? So I'm not surprised when he said just go down in the corner and pull a little cigarette, smoke the cigarette. Right? Although I cannot recall anybody in my era, whether it was St. Anthony's College or St. George's College, that, we used to find time to smoke cigarette while we was in school. I can't remember that at all, right? But nevertheless, I think it's a good visit, and I think that's a good start. So I want to shift gears a little bit very quickly, because we have a lot of ground to cover. There was this extra week of school, and there was an article out yesterday with the extra vacation week, a back-to-school blessing for parents. This was the headline. And parents doing last-minute shopping in Port of Spain say they are grateful for the government's one-week extension to the July-August vacation, as it gave them more time to earn the money for school books and supplies. And in August, Minister of Education Dr. Michael Dowlatt announced that schools would reopen on September the 8th instead of the second day of the month. And it goes on to give the stories of some of these parents. But all in all, it tells the story of how many people, of all of these people being satisfied with this extra week that they got to make up the money to purchase the school supplies for their children to go to school. We know the URP and CPEP thing is a whole issue by itself. All right? The director was telling me, director, you said you got a voucher? Right, so the director was telling me during the break that, the MPs were giving out vouchers, government MPs? How many voucher was? 600? All right, so that would have been exclusive of the book grant. So some people might have got a book grant. If you got the book grant, you could have still get a voucher from your MP for $600. Somewhat? They were giving out bags and stuff, book bags and stuff? Okay, all right. All right. For some of you parents, when we open the phone line, you could, you're willing to comment on that extra week as well, and if it did make a significant impact on, making it a little easier for you to get yourself financially ready to purchase your school supplies to your children. The other thing that I want to make mention of here, the body cams issue. I don't know how many of you saw it, but these body cameras, remember the body cameras? Nice. Body cam stopped. TTPS pulls plug on $25 million contract. This came out yesterday as well. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has rescinded its decision to honor a $25 million payment to Diamond Systems and Supplies Limited for 3,000 body cameras. Former Commissioner of Police Earl Herwood Christopher had granted a letter of award to the company last August. Instead, the TTPS has completely cancelled the deal. And a brief one-page letter written by the TTPS Head of Legal Services to DSSL Director Hashim Mohammed on August 11, 2025, which referenced correspondence between DSSL's attorney, Roger Kawal Singh, over the last few months, stated, quote, further reference is made to your latest missive dated July 31st, 2025, seeking payment for the body-worn cameras and rental fees in the sum of $3.682 million and $440,000 respectively, and seeking an update on the supply and delivery of one emergency communications vehicle. Please be informed that we have received instruction not to proceed with these matters in the circumstances our client is not inclined to pay the requisite sums demanded. All right? Now, I remember when this came out, as it relates to these body cameras, I sat here and I said, that's a lot of money for 3,000 body cameras, $25 million. I said that. All remember me saying that? I said, but that's real money. And then we did the calculation. 25 million divided by 3,000 is $8,333. That is $8,333 per camera. And I say, but wait now, but that seems like an awfully high figure for a body cam, right? Now, I don't know what type of body cams they are. I don't know what the capabilities of the body cams are. I don't know what the specs are. So, but $8,333 per camera seemed a bit excessive when we went to, where did we go to? Is Amazon, guys? I think we went to Amazon and we were searching body cameras, 4K body cameras with recording, features and so on and so forth. And those cameras were no more than $3,000. As if I remember in well now, right? So when I saw this contract being cancelled yesterday, I was like, okay, interesting. Now the article goes on to say that while they're cancelling the contract here for this $25 million for these 3,000 cameras, they will be sending the contract back out to tender. So it goes back through the tendering process where you might have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 companies tendering for the contract, and you might be able to spend less than $25 million to acquire 3,000 cameras. So we'll see what the cost of the new contract will be. All right? But I would imagine that all of this is probably going along the lines of some of these contracts that were given out leading up or by the previous administration in terms of they're looking at contracts and saying, but why are we paying so much money for 3,000 body cameras? So it goes back out to tender. There will be a new tendering process, and I would imagine that we will be informed as to who acquires that contract and at what cost, and how much money we're going to save. All right? So I'll tell you what, with that, let me just go to the phone lines real quick, and all remember, keep it short and sweet. Hello, good morning. Hello? Yeah, morning.
Morning. With regards to the body cams, you have to take into consideration what is the package. See, the body cams can't come by themselves. They have to come with hardware and they have to come with software.
Understood.
A charging port, a six rail charging port for the body cams that will charge 6 cameras at a time is $400 US. And that will take you to 500 charging ports for your full complement of 3,000 cameras. So when you put those together, you're going to come up with, plus you ain't talk about when the techs have to come and implement them, right? You have to have a period to show the officers how to conduct and to use.
Yeah, but that.
So it's a package.
Yeah, but
you have to understand.
Yeah, but that training process, caller, the training process you're talking about in terms of teaching the officers about the camera and using it have nothing to do with the $25 million contract. If you're talking about the charging ports or whatever you're talking about that might be coming with it, fine.
The hardware and the software. So this is why I said in the beginning, you have to understand if it is a package. So the contract has to be a package, if it's what it includes and what it excludes.
Yeah, but if it goes back out to tender, there is no problem.
Right. So if it goes back out to tender,
it's going back out to tender.
Needs to right. So the public still needs to know what is being required from the vendor.
Okay.
So what it is being required from the vendor to amount to all right, they're going back out to tender, so the first one squash, right? So
well, they
find
cancel
out
this
what
one. They
was
cancel
the
this one and they're going
requirements.
back out for tender.
Right. So the one that was cancelled that the vendor received this time around, what was the requirements? We need to understand that. What
Well,
they
I will
was
see.
given.
All
to
right,
what-
I'll see if I could
yeah.
get Greenwich or Pitt, whoever, on tomorrow to answer that question. I'll ask them to find out about it.
Great.
All right.
Nice, man.
Cool,
Good.
man. Yeah, I will ask either Pitt or Greenwich. I don't know which one of them will be on tomorrow, but I will ask them to find out, like, what was the package, what was the cost, what was the 25 million for then? If it was just, you know. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Nobody have no fear for how to say it, boy. For a decent policeman, nobody is afraid decent police, you know. The kind of police people afraid is the kind of police that police self don't even trust. That's the kind of police people don't like. People don't like the kind of police. That police are charged for rape in this country. It's a police that the international community say all they have police in all the country who involved in human trafficking and kidnapping. That is the kind of police people afraid. And you can't vex the people for afraid. A man, if they say, who is this man? But I don't know this man.
No, but
you can't vex.
That's why.
I wonder if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. That's why I said we've created a problem, and both the population and the TTPS. The TTPS has also created that problem,
right?
Or lent to that to that problem of fear of police because of some of the rogue elements within the TTPS.
It have a police station where it had a lady putting on the senior man uniform and taking selfie with it because he running on one with a woman all over the place. You forget that stuff, huh? So
no, me forget that, but
so I have a daughter. So if I ever
afraid the police, but go ahead.
So if I have a daughter in Form 6, are you telling me you're going and put 2 policemen inside her there? I mustn't afraid police. I mustn't afraid that. What, that being unfair to the public, man.
If you have, wait, hold on. I'm trying to link the female put on the policeman uniform and taking pictures. I'm trying to draw the line as to where that brings fear for police.
It had other people to want to call in, man. Don't do that now. They go vex with me. I know they call me PNM.
I understand where you're coming from, though. That police should just do wrong thing. Let me leave it at that.
Right? And the police people don't have a problem with right-thinking police. The problem people have is that type of police, and we don't know. I just say, my book is give it a chance, but at the same time, don't vex with people if they're little timid to give in to it 100% and calling people PNM, and nothing wrong with being a PNM by the way.
All right.
I go on.
Yeah, no problem. Oh God, I remember that time. Who could forget that? The girl that take all the picture, the police uniform, the vehicle and all kind of thing. Morning.
Hey, yes, Stefan. Pleasant good morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Now, I observe to try to fix the daylight problem in the schools and them.
Yeah.
But what about the night? Because the school is run by round-the-clock security, right? Round-the-clock, right?
Yeah.
You have the primary schools and them, right? Well, kind one security officer on any given shift, because that way the government paying for one officer. So when they fix the daylight, we're going on in the night, it is have break-ins in them schools. They're leaving the one security officer on duty to deal with the whole compound. When the night comes, they're saying about that too.
Well, the issue here is that the initiative is to deal with school violence.
What school breaking? What school breaking that one officer on the shift will have to deal with?
Yeah, but that breaking, I'm hearing you, but I'm saying to you, the initiative is to deal with school violence and indiscipline. And all the little things that are taking place in the school during the course of the day, right? In the night time, if it have a break-in, that falls under regular police operations, where the security guard calls the police and the police respond. That does not fall within the perimeters of putting up two police in the school to guard the school in the night.
Based on how crime going today, you ever go in a station and see one police on duty?
If I ever go in a station and see what? Oh, give me a little volume on the caller now,
One
please.
police officer on duty.
We answer there?
I asked if you ever go in a station and see one policeman on duty. Why just they leaving one security in the night on duty to get that? You way criminals go into this stuff. What they need to beef up everything else.
All right. I hearing you. But all right. Let me just take another one. But I don't think that's a reasonable. I don't think that's a reasonable request. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan. Morning, you good?
Hi, cool man.
Right. So this morning I realized some of your callers, right, might have to move out of Trinidad, right, because they don't seem to realize that the police is not the only problem in this country. You know, as a man, I don't side with the police too much.
Right.
But we have to get real about things here. That is the same man might go in the licensing office and pay a money for each child to get a driver's permit, but the police is the problem. That is the same man might go in the birth paper office and pay a money to speed up a process, but the police is the problem. And I could go on and on and on because he afraid his daughter in the school with the police there. But if something happen and the police take long to come, he's going to call the program and sing a different song because he find the police should be there protecting his daughter. This country just don't know what they want. When you do something, as I say yesterday, you get all technical. This can't be the solution to the problem. Finally, you're getting something done. The government, one of the things they say they was going to do was to protect the children who want to learn and things like that. You're getting that done and you're complaining. Well, then leave the MTS there. Send your child to a school where only MTS protecting the child or have no security at all and wait for the police to come as normal. Let me get real in this country now, man. I'll listen off here.
All right, no problem. I think that's the thing, you know. We for years we've had no solution to the problem offered. Now we have a solution that, but let me not call it a solution yet. Now we have an initiative that is being offered. And like the commissioner said, they're going through the teaching process and they will see what they need to do and what they need to take, what they need to add, what they need to take away. But that will come over time. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man.
Stefan, I want to complain about one thing. Not the port. The port is not responsible for the backlog that is all about, neither the bonds. The backlog that is presently hitting importers, custom clerks and brokers, is the customs and excise division that's screening the entries. This is my personal observation. You have a screening department in Port of Spain, have a little small thing under a glass thing that the clerks and the tata bend down like dogs to talk to our officer. They can't even see the officer who they're talking to. They can't even call the officer. Sometimes the officer wouldn't take them out. Do you just imagine you get in a query for a container, your documents not in order? This is a man who had a paid, and when they take it, staple it back up and send it back in the same way, it come back out good.
Okay.
San Fernando, you could meet the officer, talk to the officer about any queries every time. They treat you like a human being. So I mean to say they have the little hiccups down there too. But not deporting them, you paying demurrage rent, and you have some petty shipping. Custom clerks is really beggars, you know, and brokers, you know. They're begging for the people that they're working for, but the customs have to come off. In Port of Spain, like there's go to the toilet and gold does come out. San Fernando is silver.
Yeah, but
but
Lord.
We just had something the other day with somebody in the airport. These officers, junior as they could be, the attitude, the way they speak to you, the way they attend to people. A returning resident stand up there and watch the other day and say, why vex I come here, boy?
Okay. All right.
The attitude of the officers.
The attitude, all right.
We have to, attitude, the Minister of Trade had to pull up the comptroller for this nonsense, man. They're
All right.
treating people like dogs.
Okay, no problem.
Later, pal.
Yeah, man. I think communication is key, not only in that, but with police officers as well. And I could tell you, I spoke about Potts and Roach yesterday and the communication and that kind of thing. You know, one of the things that Chris and I noticed in New York while we were there, and this has to do with wrecking, okay? And this is one of the things that kind of damages the police's, you know, how could I say, likability, you know. But, you know, down here the wrecker will come and they see a vehicle, the officer might jump out, look left, look right, say take that vehicle and go with it. Right. That is not how it's done in New York City. As a matter of fact, I think they do it the correct way. The police vehicle will pass on the street and they have a PA system and the officers will say, there is no parking on so-and-so street. I repeat, there is no parking on this side of the road or wherever the case might be, right? If you are parked on this side of the road, please move your vehicle, otherwise it will be towed. There is an announcement that made, and that vehicle passes up and down the street at least 2 or 3 times, making that announcement. If you in a store, or you're upstairs, wherever, you're in the back, wherever, you could hear the announcement. I guarantee you that. So upon hearing the announcement, you go outside, you jump in your vehicle and you move it, right? You have the option to do that. They give you the chance to do that, right? Even if you are now parking in an area that not supposed to, that don't have any parking, we heard it. Sir, you cannot park there. If you park there, you're going to be towed. Please don't park there, move your vehicle. They make these constant announcements. So that after they make these announcements, if the tow truck reach and your vehicle is still there, they're going with it. But you can't say you would want. In Trinidad and Tobago, totally different. You know, and the police has got some knocks to that too, especially from people who get their vehicle wrecked and that kind of thing. They don't do the proper checks and thing. They're supposed to check. Anybody driving so vehicle, and you give it the opportunity to move it before they wreck it. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
The reason why we have police officers in school is because of school children violence. It has escalated to the situation of we're talking about serious injuries based on gang violence in the school.
Right.
The initiative has brought about a process that has just begun. And the Commissioner of Police has said to parents they need to step up and do a little more. The schools authority also have to do a little more, and also the IRO has to do a little more. And the general population has to do whatever they can to assist so that our children in school, when they go there, will be a place of learning and not a place of violence. And we'll be able to do a lot more things and feel comfortable in doing what they're doing, because the schools are also a daycare center, which part while we at work, out there is where we know that our children are safe, they are well fed things, and they learn and they are getting ready for the future. So, of course, there will be people who will be cautious about a lot of things, but we have to look at the greater good. And once we step in that direction, then the process will be a successful one. So let us all get on board and do what we have to do to fix the damn thing, man. You have a good day.
Yeah, man. No problem. I think they're often running on a good foot, man. I think the commissioner showing up at the school is a good move. I think senior police officers showing up at the schools and engaging with the youths and the teachers, I think that is a good move. Hello, good morning. But I don't know if they engage with the youths, but with the students.
Good morning.
Definitely.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Yes, on almost a daily basis, I would have to deal with police officers, right? And they are getting there. You would not believe there's a big change around in customer service stuff on. And they, in about, let me say, I would say a good 90% of the station that I would interact in on a daily basis in my capacity now.
Yeah.
They are very, very cordial, very courteous, because of course there's always ongoing training, you understand? And I 100%, because I would even get that kind of static in the past, but sometimes they don't know who they're speaking to or telling you something. I say, well, no, you usually do this or whatever. What do you understand? So I think let us give praise where praise is due, and I think under Guevara it is working. You see,
Okay.
which commissioner you see come out, go to school, speak to teachers, and so it is going to work, right? And something I always wondered. This morning you showed that advertisement relative to the buses, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always wondered what was the solution to school children causing traffic coming when school is out, right? Because you will appreciate the fact that when school is out, we breezing through coming to Port of Spain, right?
Correct.
And this is the solution. We should have buses, right? And they will use certain routes or whatever, and that will be the solution. Please, I wish we'll have that like in the States. You just come from there. It's a good bus service, right? So you take care, Stefan.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the best.
All right. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I gotta go to the break, but we're coming back to the phone line. But it's true what she said. The bus service in the States, very efficient. Now I'm not saying that our bus service is not efficient. I think we have a pretty efficient bus service. You see it every morning when we come here. That bus shows up there at 6 a.m. every morning. Alive, fellas? So those bus stops and the time that each bus is supposed to... Do we have an app telling you when the bus coming? Chris, like how we was using the app and it would tell us that the bus is coming at so-and-so time. What's that? We wouldn't have that here. You see, that's the kind of things we need. I think if we implement a little technology with the thing, I think more people will use the bus service. If you know that you could pull up an app, that PTSC have an app that tells you that the bus is coming at 6:15 and the next bus is at 6:35 or whatever, I think people will utilize the bus service. But I mean, at this point in time, what do? We just stand up by the bus stop and wait? That's how we just operate? Well, Chris, you can't now, so you ain't taking no bus. Anyone will ever take the bus as a schoolboy? You never travel in the bus in your school uniform? Boy, I had my bus pass, boy. I used to use my bus pass, boy. You never had a bus pass? Oh, good old boy. I had my bus pass, boy. I used to go and ride the bus, boy. No, well, I didn't need the bus to go to school because I was going to school right on the road. I could have walked. The distance between my house and the school was like from here to Scotiabank on Richmond Street. Yeah, but if you're in full uniform and you have your bus pass, you used to get to ride the bus. I take advantage, right? You know. Huh? The bus man didn't know where I live in. And I coming from school. Nah, use the bus man. No, but I think if we have an app that tells you the bus is coming at this time, the next bus will be at this time. If people know and the app is efficient, I think more people will use the bus service. Because now you could check to see, get your children ready, put your children out the road by the bus stop. The bus comes, picks them up, they know where they're stopping off, and you have an efficient bus service. Or you make it more efficient. Huh? All right, but let me tell you about, anyhow, let me go to the break. But before we go to the break, elders, congratulations on completing your CXC and CSEC exams. Feeling uncertain about your next steps? Look no further. Elders is excited to announce free CAPE classes, including CAPE Law, taught by the esteemed Mrs. Pamela Elder, SC. Disappointed with your CSEC results? Don't give up. Your journey isn't over. Step into success with Elders classes, where a legacy of exceptional teaching helps students rise, rebuild, and reach their full potential. And of course, Elders offers a diverse range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes at affordable rates and flexible times. Explore the offerings that Elders has to offer on Facebook and Instagram, or reach out to them on 627-8632 or 715-5480. That is Elders. And do not forget, as well, we have Flow Armor. That's right. So we want to remind you to get non-stop protection with Armor Security, with 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response. You and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Armor Security, powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro Security, protection that moves to your beat. Visit discoverflow.co for details. We take a break. When we come back, a Guardian editorial about the Central Block in Port of Spain. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Okay, honey, let me call you back now. And now seeing her coming through the door, and I'm sure it's the results she coming with. That's your father. He's so excited about these results. Let me see.
It's not looking very good.
Ooh, 5 in maths, 4 in English. This really not looking good. But don't worry. Just this morning, I see Elders classes advertised online, so we will go across to Elders and let them put you on the right path, okay?
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Have you thought about where you're going for lunch today? Well, Tante's Creole Food serves the best in local dishes at a great price. They're located at Alta's Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. They offer the best in Creole, Chinese, and curry dishes. Don't miss their after-work special and soup Saturdays. It's cow heel, oxtail, pigtail, and chicken foot soup. And also, fish broth is on the menu. Give them a call or WhatsApp 734-3398 or simply visit them at the All-Star Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. Safe and secure parking is also available. Tante's Creole Food, the best in town. Check them out today.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Open Minds Education.
Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open minds, education, TNT, we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we start that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
All right, so we're back. 9 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. I'm going to take a read in 2 articles here. We're going to point out 2 articles to you. I might be able to read the entire article, especially the second one with Foster Cummins. But we're going to get to this first one. No political gamesmanship with Port of Spain General Hospital. This was a Guardian editorial. And it amazes me. It happened yesterday. Director, can you give me that? That is the... oh God, just now. Did I send that for you? Anyway, it was a Guardian editorial. I don't want to waste time. I don't think I sent you the screenshot. You mightn't have that. All right? It says no political gamesmanship with Port of Spain General Hospital. So, it's fair at this point, this is the Guardian editorial, It's fair at this point in time for the Works and Infrastructure Minister, Julian John, to say she is uncertain about the date of the opening of the central block of the Port of Spain General Hospital. She has done so on the basis of her assertion that the building is not yet ready for occupation by patients at the new $1 billion plus facility. By all accounts, the new central block was desperately needed to replace the old structure, which was deemed to be unsafe through professional assessment. And under the previous government, Dr. Keith Rowley, the certified state of the old building required that it be demolished and a modern building with expanded facilities for patients be constructed. The new hospital block lends itself to pride in a national institution situated in the capital city. Moreover, it is one which will bring modern and expanded treatment facilities for patients with serious ailments. However, given the history of what can only be deemed petty reactions by the 2 major political parties which have occupied the government since independence, on occasion deliberately seeking to ignore, neglect, and even sabotage the creation of other governments, the nation must now tolerate political games after the expenditure of hundreds of millions of taxpayers' dollars on a major project in a critical sector. Minister John must show her awareness that the new block was constructed with the resources of the people of Trinidad and Tobago to facilitate the needs of the population. Moreover, the new building, while situated in the north of the country, is a modern hospital which will provide quality health care for the benefit of all the people of the country. For the moment, however, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian is not ascribing any of the above pettiness and political upsmanship to Minister John, who we know in her public dealings to be a straightforward woman from Charlottesville, not given to playing politics on matters of national importance. What this editorial is doing is making Minister John, the Prime Minister, and the government aware that at least this media house, fully aware of the political games that the two major parties have in the past played with the national resources of Trinidad and Tobago, is monitoring her closely and will sound the warning if it becomes apparent that such an underhand game is being played out with the Central Block at the Port of Spain General Hospital. The facility was built to provide for the entire population, and we shall be watching you, Minister John, for the efficient delivery of same on the basis of what you have claimed to be your track record in the administration of government and state programs, one of honesty and genuine concern for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. What Minister John should do now then is to give the nation a technical update on the works and the projected finish date. I don't even know if I'll get a Foster comments this morning. But this is the Guardian media and their editorial. I want to let her go and search because I couldn't find it. Maybe it exists, I couldn't find it. Right? Jolene John, who is one of the most efficient people that I have ever met in my life. The woman is our workhorse. And when she in beast mode, she in beast mode. I'm not saying beast mode. I don't mean attitude there. I mean work mode, getting things done. The last administration started at Central Block, and great. The replacement, I have no problem with that. The money spent for it, no problem. It's healthcare. Right? They came and they cut ribbon and created a whole lot of fanfare about the Central Block, only for us to find out that it wasn't finished. It took, I think, David Naked somehow got onto the facility and went in, and there is nothing on the inside. The structure is there, but they went and cut ribbon because election now, so they had to look good. Papi shooting. April 28th, the government changed. Today is September the 9th. May, June, July, August. That is 4 months and 9 days, right? We could call it. So 4 months and 9 days, Jolene John has taken up the position of Works and Transport Minister. Works and Transport, Infrastructure and that kind of thing. Works and Infrastructure. And she is obviously the person that is in charge of the completion of this Central Block. And 4 months and about 9 days roughly into her term, Guardian media wants her to know that they are looking carefully. And the media house has their eyes on the politics and the pettiness and this, that, and the other. I want to ask Guardian media, where was the editorial with the children, the Couva Children Hospital? Because I can't find it. Where was the editorial warning the government of that day that your eyes are on them? Because hundreds of millions was spent on a Couva Children Hospital with top-of-the-line equipment that they say was not in there. But remember, we went back and we pulled back the video at the time with all of the equipment, with the whole walkthrough, the whole feature on that hospital, and all of the top-of-the-line equipment that they explained. Remember, we went back and we found that? And we ran it. Where was Guardian media at that time to hold that government accountable in terms of the amount of money that of taxpayers' dollars that went into the Couva Children Hospital, and it was not opened, it was not used, except for the COVID period, right? But it was not used for the purpose that it was built for. And by the way, that is a hospital that was strategically placed in central Trinidad so that it could be accessible to people from south, people from central, people from the east, people from the north, because all of them come into one central location. Yeah? But Guardian media somehow decides that as it relates to the Central Block, because the minister recently said that the Central Block cannot be opened yet They cannot give a date as to when it would be completed because there is work still to be done. So obviously, 4 months and 9 days into their term, they would have to go in, assess where the project has reached. They would have to deal with the contractor. On top of that, they would also have to wait until, because we don't know where all the money went under the last administration. Remember, they had a $60 billion budget that disappeared by April 28th. It disappeared. And this administration had to go to the media review to request $3.something billion to pay the rest of the bills for the fiscal year. They have a budget coming in a few weeks' time. After that budget, they will know how they're moving forward because now they can allocate funds to each sector. They obviously have to assess the cost of the work that has been done already and the cost of the work still to come. How much money was paid to the contractor? How much money is owed? Because we do not know the position from a financial point of view in terms of the deal with the contractor to build the central block and the then government. We don't know where that contract, we don't know. Maybe the minister, Jolene John, could inform us. All right, so that we better advised. But until further notice, reading this editorial, I had to laugh. This is laughable. That Guardian media wants to come now and be the oh gosh, the symbol of accountability all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you are the symbol of accountability and transparency. Your eyes are on the government to see if any political pettiness is played out. I do not think they're going to play political pettiness. Always see that structure and where it reach. Give Jack his jacket and Jim his gym boots. The PNM, I think, did a good job with that central block. The design, the structure, the way it has been constructed. I think I have been to the hospital, I have seen it. I mean, I haven't seen the inside to see it, I know it has to be outfitted and you have equipment and everything to bring in. But so far, I have no complaint with that central block because the old one did need to be replaced. Right? But don't come now to pretend like you want to hold people accountable when you had a Couva Children's Hospital that sat there for years and was not open. And the children of this country, a lot of children in this country could have benefited from that hospital had it been opened. Because the type of equipment and the type of healthcare that they were going to, that they had already put inside of there, the only thing was left to do was to staff it, I believe. But everything was inside our hospital. We don't even know where it gone. Because then, remember they come and they tell you it wasn't there? Anyhow. I just wanted to read that editorial for you all. Because it's when I read things like this, it's premature. All of this is premature talk. Somebody told me the other day, Sister, can you find a place at a standstill? I said, well, not really. Work going on. It have road paving and all kind of things. They have a road in Woodbrook there that, boy, here now, for years that road needed paving. Years. Not months, years. Under the last administration, it was in a total mess. Right? It's a road that has come down. It has taken you down to by Robert Street there, like Robert and Alexander, the little short road by Little Carib Theatre, boy, down to the bottom of that road was in a mess. They come and they fix that. Now, there are some other work and thing to do. The schools, 200 and something schools, remedial work, done and dusted. So it have work going on, right? It have things happening. We mightn't be seeing any major things happen right now, but because they have not set a budget, they're still operating off of the media review 3-point-something billion that they had to go to get to finish off the fiscal year. So when the man calling the other day talking about the 10%, relax yourself. Let me see what happened in the budget. Let us see what they do and how they allocate funds and the projects that they're going to take on. But they can't do, and this is why this brings up an important point, that we should have a set election date that is in line with the budget. No government should have to come into power to operate off of the previous budget of our last administration for months. And had to sit down and wait to set a budget now or to go and find the money in a media review. Your election date should be set and your budget should be within a month or two after you win an election. So that you could get down to business one time. That's just my thought. But I just thought it, I read the article and it upset me, I reached to the point where I just had to shake my head, boy. You understand? Because all of a sudden now, the media has a voice and could ask real questions now. And there are all kind of things to say. Well, it was in the last 9 years. And that Foster Cummins article that I was coming to, all that tying to this, because this article that came out with Foster Cummins where it states that, like, apparently his family was getting one set of contracts. How the media didn't uncover that over the last 9 years and bring that to the fore? That coming out now? Look, morning.
Mr. Stefan, you forget the schools and all too, boy. They talk nothing about the schools.
What schools?
But what the PNM never opened? The 106 schools.
All of that, they never write an article on that. You're correct. I went and do a feature on that.
Exactly, Mr. Stefan.
I went and do features on that, going to all the schools that they left there.
Yeah, you talk about that. Where was the Ghanaian media?
I'm glad you remind me of that.
Yeah, Mr. Stefan, let me go and tell you something really. You see, Trinidadian care about no country. And again, you're straight. You see, when the PNM in power, even the UNC people will gladly moderate go because they want the PNM to look bad. And when the PNM in power, well then, you know what when the UNC in power, well the PNM people now want the moderate to go bad because they want the UNC to look bad. So it's a kind of tit for tat thing. And everybody is saying this is not politics, this one have your own opinion. Like that's a lie. We eat in politics, we sleep in politics, we drink in politics. Everything in Trinidad here is based on politics.
No.
But you see this school initiative, they ask any children how they feel about the police in the school. They ever ask any
That's a good question. They should ask the children.
Huh? This is the whole point.
They should ask the children.
Yeah, but them not the children afraid police. You understand? So you have a brother who is a policeman, and when he coming home, you run and stay in the toilet because you're afraid he too. You understand? It's such stupid people in this country and opinion. And let me tell you something. Everybody's opinion is based on somebody else's thing. But you mustn't have no opinion to condemn me because you have an opinion. So the man who condemning you, he have an opinion too? This is just stupid talk, Mr. Stephen. We have to get this thing straight and stop this stupidness about who in government and who not in government. Let me work with the government because everything is for us, not for nobody else. This is what I tell you.
Cool, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad you mentioned the schools. 100 and something schools. I went to several of those schools back in 2020 when everybody was hiding in the house under the bed, locking themselves in the closet. It was Ananias and I was out all over Trinidad, touring these schools that they just left there. And that was in 2020. Remember they coming to power in 2015. That was 5 years after. And during the pandemic, we went to several schools. If you see the kind of work and money that was spent on these schools, and Guardian want to come and talk now about Central Block, look now, man. Morning.
Very, very good morning to you, Stefan.
Morning, my brother.
Nice. And I love that point that gentleman just made there. Nobody interviewed or talked to any of the children. I am pretty sure that there is thousands and thousands of children who will feel safer from the bullies and the extortions that is happening in
All of
school.
that too.
They will feel much safer. Nobody bothered to ask the children. But
All of
by
that
the way,
too.
you know, I like to keep it short.
Yeah, man.
You was going to say something?
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think carefully what I'm saying, eh? I just want to break the ice.
Yeah, no problem.
Today I am thinking about having a practical lunch.
You what?
Like the practical opening at the airport or the hospital. I am thinking about having a practical lunch today. All the best. Have a great morning.
I telling you, morning.
Hola, Mr. Stefan.
What's going on, my brother?
I like seen a video here. I think I am. I don't know your rank, but I'll call him Mr.
DCP Benjamin.
Correct? Right. I like how the school clean. Got them one on them now, man. What gray, and what blue, and what yellow. Properly maintained, boy. Established in 1983. You get any reports in the newspaper that the children went to school and it full of bat mess and pigeon shit and all kind of thing? In the school, in the newspaper?
Yeah, pigeon, let me leave it a pigeon poop. All right, we apologize for that. Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. We apologize for that, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that, yeah. But happy the school is open.
Yeah.
And the children have some protection in the schools. And it's about 3-minute, 9-second video on from UDCOT where you could see inside the hospital as it is right now. Okay, so people could go and watch and see the condition of the UDCOT in charge of the Port of Spain block. And they could check it out. You could check it out for yourself and see what condition it is.
Okay.
Okay?
No problem. Caller. Hello?
I listen to you.
Yeah, real quickly here, because your memory real good. You could remember the Guardian ever having an article
No.
holding the previous administration accountable for the hundreds of millions of dollars that was spent on the Couva Children Hospital that was closed?
No, there are no article on that.
You could remember any article about the schools? The 100 and something schools that were 95, 98, 97% complete and just would not open under the last administration?
I never came across any article, especially when it comes to the schools.
Thank you.
I remember though, I think somebody had an article, it was in the front page, with the incident. But I cannot stretch it too long now. Let me go. Our next talk by itself.
No
okay,
problem.
Good morning. Sorry about that just now. Have a good day. Right.
Yeah, no problem, man. Cool. Yeah, I cannot remember that. Morning. Morning, my dear. Go ahead.
Stefan?
Yes, dear.
When you're doing your research about the hospital, see if Guardian Media have a link with the contractors inside of there. They're just trying to seek their interests. Maybe the money stole.
Okay. No problem. But I think it was, the contractor for that Central Blanc is not Shanghai. Could it be Shanghai? But I think it's a Chinese, I'll go back and check it. Let me just check and see the contractor. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel so happy. I feel so happy to see the commissioner how he was moving this morning in the school on the school topic.
Yeah.
Because that's on my mind. You understand? I don't think that I ever see that in my age right now. I never ever see a situation like this before. Something like that. I think those kids, you don't have to ask them no question. They don't know already. Seriousness is seriousness. If the mommy and daddy and them ain't want to know that, the kids and them will know that. Because mind you, I seen them pleats on that commissioner forehead. That and no smile. I mean that leave an impression. Seriousness is seriousness, and they're going to fix what they're going to fix. Have a nice day.
All right, man. Yeah, I think they're on the right path there, man. I think we're off to a good start. In terms of the school too, man, when I say we off to a good start, I mean the people, the parents, the teachers, the students. Morning.
Blessings, brother.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Well, watching an eyeliner or you fellas real showcase the culture and things, so let me commend you all on that for sure.
Thanks, man.
International and regional events so you bring to our households. But let me deal with the nitty-gritty. You know, when I just call to kind of go back and then go forward. The last time I called, I talked about how deceitful our media is. And I'm not calling no one media houses because a lot of them in the majority have been indictable for a lot of slackness that they allowed the last administration to carry on with. Now, you know what I was trying to get onto you with and I didn't get on. I just want to bring Trinidad to remembrance. The 13 babies that passed away in Port of Spain General.
Yeah.
In an area that was not equipped to deal with their complications at the moment. And as you alluded to, we seeing the opening or the touring, not the opening, the touring of the Children's Hospital in Central showing all brand new equipment that possibly was probably never even migrated to these old facilities to help. So when little Jasha passed away the other day, those 13 babies came to mind, and I like you for bringing back up the white elephants that we in Trinidad like to forget every week.
Yeah.
You see, this short-term memory, it is harming our children now. And the schools, the 100 and something schools that were not open, have played a big part in harming our children's future as well. These media houses need to be critically examined. And I don't know if we have anything that is legally established to hold them accountable, but as a country, as a citizenry, as a population, we need to start coming together and starting to make some inroads into this. Because it blatantly getting out of hand and it is destroying our country now. The divisiveness, the people who just going along with whatever put out there and not willing to examine the histrionics or even read to get some understanding personally for themselves, it's time to stop. The media have a lot of people just eating from it, and unfortunately, Trinidad can't go forward without it going now. So, bro, I will leave it at that. Until next time, or you enjoy the morning.
Yeah, man.
And well, God bless our nation.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. All right, with that, I got to go to the break. We had to hold up there because we have Seth Viola board coming on shortly. Before I go to the break, though, I want to remind you about Eden Heights. So Eden Heights Clinic, of course, it's one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, colon hydrotherapy, limb bagging, halotherapy, oxygen baths, and more. Also, consultation services are included, and you can get consultations in diabetes, child counseling, supplements, detox programs, arthritis, and more. And you can visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trinity, Chaguanas, or Tobago. You can give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You can WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com. So make sure and check them out at Eden Heights. And finally, Flow. That's right. It's cricket season, people. Yes, it is. So this cricket season, Flow keeps you in the game as the official telecommunications partner of the Trinbago Knight Riders. So sign up for the Everything You Need plan for a chance to win an all-inclusive finals home line. Visit discoverflow.co for details. This is NLCB approved. All right? So make sure and sign up for the Everything You Need plan with Flow. With that, we take a break. When we come back, Seth Viola board is going to be with us. Stay tuned.
Cricket is Caribbean passion, pure energy and pride. That's why Flow is proud to be the official telecommunications partner of the Trinbago Knight Riders for CPL 2025. Get a chance to win all-inclusive finals home lines when you sign up for the Everything You Need plan. Plus, enjoy 25% off for 6 months. One identity, one beat, one rhythm. Visit discoverflow.co to learn more. Promotion approved by the NLCB. Terms and conditions apply.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Hey boy, oh boy. What are going on? Why are you looking stressed out? Why if you need no real pressure right now, trying to register for my associate degree? It's real expensive, plus I have no maths. I didn't pass maths. Real pressure. You know what to do right here. Oh, you looking happy, so?
But I must be happy. I get all my subjects, plus I get one in law. So I looking to go and register to do my law degree right now.
Serious?
But why you didn't do Form 6 like me? In LS, it's free, plus your parents could save money for your university as well. And you could even do your maths at the same time.
I could do over my maths?
I'm telling you. Let me go now and register.
I have to go and sign up for it.
But you sticking, you should have come here a long time, you know.
Well, I'm so glad you tell me about this. I'm really thankful.
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com. Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisure high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisure flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisure Limited. Quality you can trust.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their two locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Open minds education. Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open minds education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we sort that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
All right, people, so we're back 16 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. We got Seth Viola aboard with us. We're going to be talking about sugar, glycation, and hypertension. Seth, what's up, man? Every time, every Tuesday I see you, you just look younger. Like you're aging backwards or something.
Well, that's the point here. That's the benefit of nutritional therapy. It reverses the aging process. So I have to be a living example of such.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, bud. All right, so what we got?
So we're dealing with glycation and its role with regards to hypertension. So before I share my screen, I'll just quickly mention what glycation is. So glycation is the non-enzymatic attachment of sugar to things like proteins, lipids, and nucleic acid. Nucleic acid meaning your DNA and RNA. All right? So that's when sugar is attaching to things without being regulated by an enzyme. So it's happening without your body giving it permission to happen. And the main unusual cause of that is due to too much sugar in the system.
Right.
All right. Now, glycation can happen with foods during the cooking process. Cooking with sugar causes instant glycation.
Right.
All right. So this is something a lot of people are unaware of. So people that love to stew, right? You are producing glycation and eating it, right? So that's not a good thing at all. Smoking also causes glycation as well. So a lot of things that people indulge in, they're unaware, causes this condition. And when you have proteins, sugar, and heat, that's what you call the Maillard's reaction, which is where you get instant glycation taking place. So when people bash meat, they're unaware that it's not the meat that's causing the problem, it's the additives that you are putting into it that is causing the issue and wrongfully blaming something else. All right, but let's get on to the glycation with regards to hypertension. So I'm going to share my screen here. So let's take a little look inside the blood vessel and let's see what happens with regards to glycation here.
Right.
All right, so glycation causing hypertension. Everyone, I hope everyone's seeing the screen. So let's take a look here now. Let me remove this. So we have the sugars here. Let me get a nice little highlighter here that I could use. So we have sugar here. This is the glucose. All right, so when glucose enters your bloodstream, and there is too much, because we know we have a release of insulin that will transport glucose into your cells, but when there is too much, or you even have fructose. Fructose, which doesn't cause insulin release. So a lot of fructose usually is sent to the liver, but then when the liver is overloaded with too much fructose, a lot stays in the bloodstream. And that causes glycation. So let's see what happens with glycation. Think of glycation like caramelization. Think of caramel. You know what caramel is?
Right.
Wrong and very sticky. Right? So caramel is very sticky like an adhesive. So you have this now, this glycated product, attaching to the proteins in the walls of your arteries. So as we see in it represented by these here and down here. Seeing it happening there.
Right.
So when it sticks to those proteins now, remember this is a sticky substance. Other things passing through your blood vessels can now attach to it as well. Even other proteins. So it can cause the cross-linking of proteins. So it would stick proteins together. Now, remember this is like an adhesive. Your blood vessels are designed to contract and expand when blood is passing through it. And in fact, that's how blood is pumped. The blood vessels contract to push the blood forward, and the part that the blood is going to expands to get the blood in.
Right.
But when you have these cross-linking of proteins, it stiffens the walls of the blood vessels. So the contractility and elasticity of those blood vessels reduce. So now, instead of the blood vessels expanding as they should, there is restriction in that expansion. So think of it as this way. You have a hose, and you place a sticky substance within a hose that is an adhesive, and it causes a lot of things to stick to that substance. Then it's going to stiffen and calcify, solidify, stiffening the hose. So when water passes through now, it can make that hose tighter and weaker, more brittle. And the pressure in the hose is going to increase because there is less elasticity in the blood vessel. Okay. And that automatically increases the pressure. So it's like you have a pipe that is made to expand, but now it's not expanding when you have the same amount of fluids passing through it. So automatically, the pressure is going to increase.
Right.
So glycation plays a key and significant role with regards to hypertension. And glycation is caused by sugar.
Sugar.
So as you can see down here, these areas here represent the thickening of the blood vessels due to plaque and stuff building up, and then it gets more and more narrow. Mm-hmm. And of course, pressure goes up.
Up.
All right? It narrows the arteries, pressure goes up because the arteries can't expand as they should.
Okay.
So, when it comes to hypertension, sugar plays a key and significant role. And I saw the other day a news article showing that we're spending, $150 million with regards to diabetes, right, in the public health system per year, right? People still don't understand what sugar is. This is what I go through in my consultations, my re-education consultations. I educate people as to what sugar is so that they learn to identify all the forms that sugar takes, all the forms that sugar have, because you ask the average person what is sugar, or if they can identify all forms of sugar, and they cannot.
Yeah,
I've been doing it for the past almost 5 years, and I haven't had a single person that was able to correctly answer that question.
That's
right?
True. Inclusive of that, I think, I have heard that sugar is linked to hypertension and other diseases as well. But until today, the way that you explained it there, I think I now understand how it's linked to hypertension. So, people tell you sugar is the root cause of nearly every disease or problem that we have. But you just explained it in a way there that I now understand how sugar is connected to high blood pressure. Because some people might hear it.
Through that glycation process.
The glycation process, yeah.
That glycation process, when you check it, you're going to see that glycation is linked to practically all diseases.
Let me just ask you something. We have about 2 minutes left, right? But I just wanted to ask you about this. Because while they were talking about sugar and glycation, I was just Googling sugar substitutes. Because, some people say, well, they use these substitutes. You go to a hotel, they offer you coffee or whatever, they put all these little sugar, these sweeteners, right? And I'm seeing here that artificial sweeteners, chemically produced, and can be hundreds of times sweeter than sugar with low or no calories. Is that fact or myth?
So I have seen some like that, right? And then you have some that are different. So you would have the stevia, from what I understood. They have low or no calories added to it. But we have to understand something. Calories is not just it, right? Because people have the belief that calories is what it's all about, because a lot of those sugar substitutes, though they may not have calories, they can contribute to causing cancer. Many of them.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So you're looking at, and this is why I tell, I don't count calories, Calories is a thing of the past, right? Because not all calories are the same, and we have that misunderstanding and thinking that, this is low calorie. Calories is not what's going to determine health, right? It's where the calories are coming from, right?
Okay.
So people have this whole belief that, yes, you need a certain amount of calories per day. Getting all your calories from sugar for the day and see what's going to happen to you, right? You're going to end up diabetic. You're going to end up with a lot of glycation. You're going to end up with a lot of diseases. Where the calories are coming from, which macros the calories are coming from, because you have the carbohydrates, the fats, and the proteins. Where it's coming from is more important than the total amount of calories.
Than the total
where
amount
it comes
of,
from. Yeah, correct. So where it comes from, that is what is going to let the body know to store, to eliminate, to utilize where it's come from, not just calories. So people are just counting calories at the end of the day, which is a thing of the past, right? You don't count calories again, right? Where it comes from is more important than how much calories you get in, right? Anybody still counting calories, you're not on a good path. You definitely need to book an appointment and come and see me, right? Because you need to get a better understanding of nutrition. All right, so nobody should be counting calories again. That's very outdated, very, very outdated. All right, because look at sugar substitute is agave, but agave is made up of 95% fructose, and fructose is a deadly sugar, right? Okay. But it doesn't cause an insulin release. So you'll say, well, look, this is spiking the sugar or whatnot, and because it's not over activating the pancreas and so forth. But fructose causes 7 to 10 times more glycation than glucose. So that percentage rise is 700 to 1,000% more glycation.
Wow.
And then it causes now a lot of damage to the liver, because only the liver can metabolize fructose.
Okay.
Right? And the byproducts of that is extremely toxic. So it damages your liver, and your liver, plays a very key significant role in maintaining the health of the body. So, like I say, people need to come and see me to get a better understanding. Remember, knowledge is always power. Always, always power.
Right.
If you apply it. Right? Because there's one thing to have it, but if you're not applying it, then it makes no sense even having it in the first place.
Spinning top in mud.
All right?
All right.
Spinning top in mud. All right, so next week I'll be focusing on the medications pertaining to hypertension.
Medications pertaining to hypertension, all right?
Correct.
Interesting. So I'll tell you what, people, you can contact Seth Wyola Board on 2793935 or 7611952. Make sure and book an appointment today and start reversing those diseases instead of managing it. Seth, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks for having me.
Cool. All right, so that's Seth Wyola Board on the inside there. Glycation, sugar, glycation, and hypertension. Now you know. We'll be back after this to wrap things up.
Calling all choir. This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor, Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad, Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago, Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody sing it. Downers Educational Institute is the top private school in Trinidad and Tobago with 35 years experience and tremendous student success. One of the most trusted education providers in the industry. Downers offers full-time day school classes for forms 1 to 5 and evening classes for primary level standards 2 to 5, secondary level forms 1 to 5, and also classes for adults and repeaters. For CSEC, Downers covers the business subjects and is one of the few private schools that offer the science subjects, physics, chemistry, and biology as well. Online classes are currently being offered in all areas. However, Downers Educational is flexible and will adjust as the situation changes to offer both online and in-person schooling. They also offer affordable pricing and flexible payment plans. Downers Educational, located at number 92 Charlotte Street, Port of Spain. Call 627-9491 or WhatsApp 737-8006 and 471-0477. Visit their website, downerseducationalinstitute.com. Email downersedu@gmail.com or find them on Facebook at Downers Educational Institute. Downers Educational, offering success through quality education.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Okay, honey, let me call you back now. And now seeing her coming through the door, and I'm sure is the results she coming with. That's your father. He's so excited about these results. Let me see.
It's not looking very good.
Ooh. 5 in maths, 4 in English. This really not looking good. But don't worry. Just this morning, I see elders' classes advertised online, so we will go across to elders and let them put you on the right path, okay?
We offer a wide range of CSEC subjects and SAT prep classes. We are tried, trusted, and proven.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility, which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, people, so we're back. We got one anniversary to shout out. So we want to say happy anniversary to amazing parents John and Pat. They are celebrating 47 years on the 9th, which is today. Wishing you both continuous love and blessings from your beautiful daughters, Janice and husband Kevin, Janicia and Janita, grandchildren Justin, Amrita, Kiara, Maggie, and Bella. And they want you to know they love you very much. All right? So that is the only anniversary we got for today. We got to wrap things up, but just on the PTSC issue, on the bus service, is Obi had sent it up? What she was reading from earlier? Yeah, I get that from Obi? All right, Obi had sent me this here. He sent me a link to like the PTSC site. So it tells you like number 6 and number 2 scale to Port of Spain via Barrackpore, commuter special, $12, 4 a.m. and 2 p.m. The bus arrives. Arima to Aripo. So it tells you from where to where, the pick up to destination. Remember we were wondering about that, right? Like where the bus does take here, we don't know. Because we remember we didn't take any bus there, you know what I mean? Arima to Aripo, $3. And in the AM, there is a 5 o'clock, a 7 o'clock, and a 9 o'clock. So every 2 hours the bus passing. So if you miss that 5 o'clock bus, that is it, you know. If you miss that 5 o'clock bus, you're late. Arima to La Hocketa, $3. All right, there's it here, right. So there's the site, right, and you go to this and it tells you, it has all the information as to, you know, Arima to Aripo, Arima to La Hocketa. Arima to La Hocketa, the buses pass every hour. All right, in the AM and the PM. Then you have Arima to St. Helena, You go down. What we have here? Get around for $2.50. Who inside the bus looking nice, boy? I wonder if it's still in that condition. You know, in Trinidad, we mash up everything fast. Yeah, man. No, but there is a thing. This is very different to what Chris was using in New York. Although New York is larger population, you know, more people moving and that kind of thing. So obviously you're going to have more buses passing. Because I think a bus, it is tell you what time the bus coming, if the bus delayed. It's like a live tracker then. That tracks it and tells you. I think by the bus stop, there is an electronic board that tells you the bus will be here in 6 minutes, 5 minutes, and it counts down. And man, guarantee you, when that clock reach, the bus will be here in 0 minutes, that bus pulling up. The other thing is, we still have to buy bus tickets. Yeah, when you walk on the bus, you could use a debit card, your credit card. They have something called an Omni card. You could put money on the card, and that's just for traveling around and things like that. So, you know, it's very, very efficient. I don't know if our bus service is as efficient or if it might need a little tweaking, but definitely, as it relates to the clip that we started with the school children using the bus service to go to school, it would be interesting if we have some different color buses for that, eh? You know, like in the States, they have the school bus. Yeah, the yellow buses, but they are attached to, each bus is attached to the school, eh? It's not a public bus. That is the actual school bus. Right? But what I'm saying is, you know, you could have I think you could have buses for school children alone, you know. Just bring it in a different color and that's the school bus, you know. And it passes as, you know. Anyhow, just thoughts on improving the system. You know, that things we could look at. But that live tracker is gold. It's gold. It's like finding gold, that live tracker. To track that bus, to see when that bus coming, how many minutes away from the bus stop, so you know to hustle up, you know that kind of thing? Yeah. All right, people, so we wrap up for today. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We are Behind the Badge, and we got Pastor John, and we'll see if we could touch a few topics in between. But until then, have a safe and productive day. And children, remember, you're going to school to learn. Learn something. We out.